Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear students, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Welcome to you all in the virtual learning system, session 2020, Pakistan International School, Taif. Dear students, for good health, stay home, stay safe. This is grade 9, subject Geography of Pakistan in lieu of Urdu. We are going to start inshallah chapter number 8, cities and villages. It is my 9th lecture. I am your subject teacher Muhammad Yunus. Dear students, we will start chapter 8, cities and villages. Students' learning outcomes. After studying this chapter, the student will be able to, number 1, explain the word settlement. Number 2, to know about the settlement types. Number 3, to explain the features of Pakistani villages. Number 4, they will be able to explain the features of Islamabad. Number 5, to explain Karachi as the biggest city of Pakistan. Number 6, they will be able to know about Lahore as a heart of Pakistan. Number 7, they will be able to explain the characteristics of Peshawar and Quetta. Dear students, chapter 8, cities and villages. First of all, I will define settlement. A place where many people live close together is called a settlement. For example, a village and a city are settlements. Here are some most important factors which make village to grow into town and cities. We will discuss only 2 factors. Number 1, site of the settlement. Number 2, general position of the settlement. First of all, site of the settlement. The site of settlement is a place upon which it is built, e.g., hilltop, a ridge, a lower slope of a valley, river bank, or on an island, and so on. The advantages of its site are, in other words, the advantages of local position. Second factor is general position of the settlement. The general position of a settlement is its position to the surrounding countryside. A coastal village, for instance, may be sited near a good natural harbor or at a focal point of communication. Dear students, we will discuss now types or patterns of settlement. In Pakistan, there are 2 main settlement patterns. Number 1, cities and towns. And the second is villages. We will study one by one. Now, cities and towns. Cities and towns are large settlements, an important urban center with the population of 100,000 or more or with the lower population but a high urbanization status, cities and towns are well planned and well built. The old localities are marked by narrow lanes and bazaars with closely built two or three storied houses, while the modern colonies are featured by wide roads, big parks, markets, and beautiful buildings. The people enjoy the modern facilities regarding communication, health, education, etc. Sometimes two or more towns merge together to form conurbation. Dear student, we will discuss now about the villages of Pakistan. Villages are small settlements. A village in Pakistan consists of kacha houses or cottages, but the trend of building construction is changing rapidly. A house consists of mostly two, three, or four rooms and a courtyard. A village has at least one or two mosques. Every mosque has a maktab. The village children receive their lessons of Holy Quran here. A village has one or two talabs, ponds, masses of water, and a post office. The government of Pakistan has now set up health centers. Every village has each school for boys and girls. Farming activities involve landlords, farmers, and tenants. Three or four villages make a union council. My dear students, now we will study about the main cities of Pakistan. Here we will discuss some, not all, and those cities we will discuss, they are Islamabad, it is the federal capital or federal territory. Number two, Karachi, it is the provincial capital of Sindh. Lahore, it is the provincial capital of Punjab. Peshawar, provincial capital of KPK. Quetta is the provincial capital of Balochistan. Dear students, these are the headquarters of provinces, and one is the federal territory. Now we will discuss one by one in detail. First of all, we will discuss about Islamabad. Islamabad is the federal capital of Pakistan. Here are very important buildings, but one of them is the Faisal Mosque, which is prominent building in Islamabad. This is the Faisal Mosque. It was constructed during the period of King Faisal of Saudi Arabia. It is a good example of parts of the friendship. It was constructed in 1976 to 1986. First prayer was held on 18th June 1988. The capacity of the people is 300,000. It means 1 lakh, 3 lakh. It has 4 minars. Every minar has its own height, about 300 feet. Its site area is 130,000 meters square. It is also a good example of Pak-Saudi relation. Dear student, we will discuss now about Islamabad. Islamabad is the federal capital of Pakistan. The name reflects the ideology of the country and emphasis on peace. It lies at the base of Margila Hills in the Potwar Plateau, about 14 kilometers from Rawalpindi to the north and northwest of it. The site rises gradually from an elevation of 500 meter to 1200 meter. The weather is pleasant and climate is healthy. In January, minimum temperature is 3.30 degrees centigrade, and in June, maximum temperature is 39.4 degrees centigrade. Lush green with many parks, gardens, and tree-lined avenues is the capital city, and Pakistan is proud of it. The site was selected in 1959 for Islamabad. A Capital Development Authority (CDA) was set up to build the city of Islamabad. Islamabad officially became the capital of Pakistan on 14th August 1967, exactly 20 years after the country's independence. Although it is only the ninth largest city of Pakistan, the population according to 1998 census was 799,000. Its population is 1.015 million according to 2017 census. Its area is 220 kilometers square. Dear students, we will study now functional zones of Islamabad. It means Islamabad is divided into following 8 functional zones or 8 parts. Number 1, administrative sector. Number 2, diplomatic sector. Number 3, residential sectors. Number 4, commercial zones. Number 5, special institutions. Number 6, 2 industrial zones. Number 7, forests and green belts. Number 8, the national park area. So these are the 8 function zones of Islamabad. It houses the embassies of most of countries of the world, which maintain diplomatic relations with Pakistan. It means in Islamabad, all the foreign countries have their own embassies. Their ambassadors sit there and serve their own people. Dear students, we will study now most important buildings of Islamabad. There are many buildings, but some are most important, like number one, the Civil Secretariat, where the government employees sit there to obey the government. Number two, Parliament House. Number three, Building of National Assembly. Number four, Pakistan Monument. Number five, Faisal Mosque. These are some important, but there are many others. Now, important universities of Islamabad. Dear students, there are 16 recognized universities. Some are given here. Number one, Quaid-e-Azam University. Here are the regular classes of the students. The Allama Iqbal Open University. It imparts the distant education. International Islamic University. It gave the education mostly about the religion, Islamic values. Muhammad Ali Jinnah University. It is also a general university. National University of Science and Technology, NUST. It is famous all over the country and it imparts education about science and technology. Dear students, here are some most important pictures of the buildings. Like this is Parliament House building. You can see very beautiful. This is the National Assembly building. It is also looking very good. Now, Pakistan Monument. It has 7 petal shape. This is the Jami Masjid, Islamabad. Dear students, these are all buildings are very beautiful. Now, we will discuss about two words which we have studied before in previous pages. Number one, conurbation. A conurbation is a region comprising a number of metropolises, cities, large towns, and other urban areas that, through population growth and physical expansion, have emerged to form one continuous urban or industrially developed area. For example, Karachi, Lahore, Faisalabad, all these are the examples of conurbation. Second, monument. It is something erected in memory of a person or any event. It may be a building, a pillar, or a statue. Now, Pakistan Monument is a national monument and heritage museum located in Islamabad, Pakistan. Its construction was started in May 2004 and completed in March 2007. It has 7 petal shape. 4 petals indicate 4 provinces and 3 petals show the minorities living here. The monument was constructed to symbolize the unity of Pakistani people. It is dedicated to the people of Pakistan who sacrificed there today for a better tomorrow. Dear student, this is the end of the lecture of today. Here I have some homework we will do, inshallah. Here are the short questions. You will write the answers briefly. First question is define settlement. Second, what is the difference between city and village? Number three, name functional zones of Islamabad. Number four, name three important buildings of Islamabad. Number five, what is meant by general position of a settlement? Thank you. Good luck in your exam.